इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, one and all. This video truly depicts the kind of the value and vision we follow every day in Franchise India. Yes, Franchise India, the brand which was established in 1999, helping all international and national brands to expand their business with our 70 plus offices. We have helped thousands of investors in getting the right franchise solutions as well as suggestions from us. We welcome each one of you to 225th edition of Business Opportunity over Chai webinar series. This is a digital representation of brand which we have got for you. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. It is a privilege that they'll be sharing their insights, their views and word of caution with each one of you related to franchising. The brand which we are presenting for each one of you is BeLife. BeLife started in 2018. They are the leaders in electric vehicle, which is based out in Goa. They have expanded to 15 locations. Now they are across 9 different states, and they are among top rated activity on TripAdvisors. They started their multi-brand EV store in 2020 as an online platform, now expanding to offline also. And it is our privilege to welcome the team of BeLife, and they are going to talk about the franchise model as well as financial dynamics they have got for us. We welcome Mr. Sandeep, Mr. Amit, Samrat, and Deepak Gupta to talk about the brand. Thank you so much, Sandeep, and the team of BeLife for joining in today to present your model. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I hope you all can see us. See if you can.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sandeep ji, we can.
Okay, excellent. A warm welcome to everyone who's present here today. Me and my team are extremely happy to be here and share our story with you and invite you to be partners on this fantastic electric vehicle journey which we have started. So I'll be sharing my screen. Please just let me know once you can see it.
So we can see we have to just go for a full view.
Yes.
Sure. Yes, Sandeep. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
I hope you're able to see now. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, welcome everyone to Be Life. and a great opportunity to be part of the booming electric vehicle market right now. Okay. All right. So we are presenting India's first electric vehicle multi-brand store, which is a one-stop shop for all electric vehicles. We offer all top brands, EV experts, live demos, and some of the best offers which are out in the market. We as a company, we offer, as I said, the top brands. We offer largest range of electric bikes in India and some of the best offers. And we are India's first omni-channel electric vehicle store, recognized by Government of India, the entire startup mission, Government of Goa, right? And what do we offer when we say we are, we are India's first EV store? We offer first is choice, right? The choice of multiple brands, the choice of multiple models, products. We offer expertise. We have been in the EV business for almost 3 years, and we have done over 10,000 customers, which has given us tremendous expertise working with multiple brands. And the third thing is convenience, that, convenience for the customer, convenience for the buyer, with whom we offer multiple different options of finance, options of picking and choosing the different financial model, different ways of payment, etc. So these are, in a summary, this is what we are offering. Range of e-bikes. Just one second, just see how do I get rid of this. More. Just one second. Just sorry for the inconvenience. I hope you're able to see me.
Yes, it is good. Good, Sandeep.
Yeah. So we have different models of electric bikes, right? City bike, adventure bikes, and foldable bikes, right? These are some of the most popular models of electric vehicles that that is being offered in the market right now. And electric vehicles are a very fast growing, electric cycles are a very fast growing model of transport in the country, where starting from 22,000 up to 1.5 lakh rupees model offer. And it's a very fast growing model now with your entire COVID etc. ending. People are choosing electric vehicles over other forms of mobility, right? And interestingly, we have all other brands, all the top brands are there with us, starting from brands like Hero, Switch, Go Zero, Copernicus, Lightspeed. All these brands are there with us. We have been selling them in our online platform, right? And now we are going offline because consumer experience is key. And that is where we feel that there's a huge potential for this to become a major brand, just like you have Chroma, which is offering all brands of electronics, gadgets, and their consumers come, touch, feel, experience, and then they buy, right? So there in the Be Life store, you offer an experience of all the products, all the electric vehicles in one place with expert opinion and expert advice, right? Some of the key attributes of this model is we have a franchisee driven model. We are targeting largely metro tier 1, tier 2 towns. We have a very low inventory model, and that is one important thing that we have included in our business plan. That otherwise, when you start a retail franchisee, you have to take certain number of stocks, certain number of inventory, which we have eliminated in our case. Even with low stock, low inventory, you can start, and there is a very strong replenishment model placed. Then all these experiences, all these stores are experience driven stores, right? We are going to have a very strong national footprint. So the brand is growing, and along with the brand, you will also grow in this category. And the last thing is tech driven, be it demand generation, be it driving customer footfalls, be it marketing, or be it the entire operational aspects. There will be very strong tech integration in this entire business plan. When I talk about tech, consumers nowadays, the consumers of electric vehicles enjoy tech. They are tech savvy people. They are digital natives, right? So starting from lead generation to the experience within the store will be very tech driven, and that is something that BeLife brand would be providing, right? And your entire order management system would be app based, would be cloud based, making it very easy and making everything real time for you to operate the business. On the finance side, we have direct payment integration. We have multiple payment gateways, Razorpay, PayU, all those things integrated. We have all credit card payment integration available, Bajaj FinServe, Loan Tap. When a person comes and he wants to buy a 40,000 electric bike, he doesn't even need to pay 1 rupee. He can just show his Aadhaar card and get a loan instantly on the spot, right? That is the kind of integration that we have brought about. Not just that, on the finance side, we have already tied up with Credar, and some of you might have seen in the news last couple of days, there's been a lot of press release that has been done that you can bring in your old petrol scooters and two-wheelers and upgrade it to a electric vehicle. This is our partnership with Credar. Similarly, Auto and AutoWord are leaders in the leasing field. So even if consumers don't want to buy, they just want to lease the vehicle, that is also possible through these retail stores. So as you can see, there are a lot of different options that we have brought for the consumers. More importantly, when the consumer comes and buys these vehicles, they will always ask for a discount. So on the price side, whatever price you offer will be very competitive. Apart from that, there are multiple brands that we have tied up. For example, on purchase of every scooter or electric cycle, you will be giving the customer a 2-night, 3-day stay at any Club Mahindra resort across the country, which itself is worth about 12 to 15,000 rupees. Then other benefits like Ghana subscription, gym subscription, rental subscriptions, all those things are because of the partnership that we have created. This is the view of some of the press release which came 2 days back about us partnering with Credar and offering an exchange and upgrade program for our consumers across the country. Just to share the operations, you need to just have demo bikes and very little stock, right? When the consumer comes, our key objective is to give a great demo, and the choice factor that we spoke about. The consumer can talk and see and experience different kind of products, followed by having a great demo, great experience, and then the ordering or the reordering will be done online through the app, which will be created for the retailers. There is no minimum order quantity in our business model. Order fulfillment, if you run out of stocks within 7 days, the order gets refulfilled. And there is 24/7 support from our side. Now, coming to the partner profile, most important thing is passion about electric vehicles. If you don't have knowledge, it is fine. But we want people to be enthusiastic about electric vehicles. We will provide training. We will provide all the knowledge which is required. Then we expect the partner to have good retail business, right? Then a smart approach towards promoting and marketing these electric vehicles, right? And has to have some amount of good connect or good network across the city. And needless to say, has to be involved passionately within this business with a very hands-on kind of an approach. The partner needs to first identify the store, which has to be high visibility, high advantage location. The demo bikes, order inventory, hire the staff, and we have a clear guidance on what is the kind of staff, how we will provide training. All those things come from our side, right? Then the idea is to provide demos and convert the customers and to keep promoting the store in the key catchment areas and among the target audience, right? From BeLife side, we are offering, first is obviously our brand, which is growing on a daily basis, right? Then the entire designing of the store, entire layout, how it will get executed, that support will come from us. Marketing and lead generation for your store in your location. Extensive training for the staff, and that is one of our key differentiators. We are not here to sell, we are here to educate and drive an experience for the consumer, and that is how we will be very different from anybody else. And a very simplified order management system which we will extend to all our partners, right? And needless to say, all the top brands etc are there for you. These are some of the locations. We are looking at some of the metro larger cities as well as the state capitals, right? And we see there is tremendous potential. People are already looking for electric vehicles. It's just that they don't have choice and they don't have the right showrooms or the right touch points where they can see, experience, and buy. This is the financial dynamics, right? A very important thing is the growth rate. Right now, electric vehicle two-wheelers are growing at more than 100% year on year, right? Even if you take a 20% kind of a CAGR, still it gives you very robust growth. Robust growth which is profitable, robust growth which is sustainable, right? And your expenses are also minimum. You can run with 2 staff. You don't need a massive place. You need just a 500 square feet location, right? And it will break even in a very, very short span of time. So just to summarize, 500 square feet store, 13 lakh investment, which is partly the capex and partly, the inventory that needs to be taken. Cumulative profit of 30 lakhs, and this is again a conservative number. It can grow far beyond this as well. An average ROI of about 131%. So we invite you to be a leader in the growing electric vehicle market. It is the fastest growing category in the country. It's a very high ROI and profitable business model. You will have the pride of becoming the pioneer of electric vehicle in your town, in your city, offering a multi-brand approach, and very low investment required to start a franchisee, low inventory, no minimum order quantity, and end-to-end support and expert training which comes from the BeLife team, right? So that was a BeLife store. Now I will move on to the BeLife tours, which is a very different segment. and we are looking at franchisee. That's a tour business. This one which I mentioned was a retail and a store business, right? So BeLife pioneered electric vehicle tourism, okay, in the year 2018, right? And since then, it has been a massive growth story for us, right? We offer effortless, eco-friendly e-bikes across multiple locations and great experiences where, for a tourism point of view, you can come, you can experience your city, the location on electric bikes, right? This is a group activity. It is a guided, immersive, local experience managed on the BeLife tech platform. So what we offer is a fun-filled experience. It is 2 to 3 hours long. People can book the BeLife tours, electric vehicle tours on OTAs, right? On travel platforms, right? Average cost of each of this is about 2,000 rupees is what we charge. And you showcase different aspects of food, art, music, history, architecture, and everything is led by a captain who is a local, who is very experienced about that place and that city. Each of these electric bikes are custom built for the customer. We have a fleet of 240 e-bikes right now, and we are expanding very fast. These are all smart bikes, so GPS connected. There's throttle and pedal assist. It runs up to 25 kilometers per hour, and it gives you 50-kilometer range. So it's a very effortless way of riding. Even a person who is 70, 80 years old can easily, ride these electric vehicles. And all these products, these smart bikes, are all made in India. These are some of our partnerships. We have a national tie-up with Club Mahindra. We have long-term partnerships with multiple state governments, and they're all very excited that we are offering electric vehicle tourism, which does not create any pollution, which is sustainable in nature across their state and their locations. So in a summary, we have about 27 tours curated in India. We are rank 1 in Panjim, in Goa, in Pondicherry, Mysore, and a lot of places now in Rajasthan as well. We have 15 locations across 9 states where we are live. We have completed close to 10,000 rides. And the experience is, we offer an experience of the city, the location, through our e-bike tours, which is authentic, local discoveries, food, through experience for captains, then a flavor of history, culture, food, and with captains who are locals, right? So that is the kind of experience. It's an experience package that we do in 2 to 3 hours, showcasing the city. This is our footprint. We are present across multiple cities. We have about 15 cities, 15 locations, all tourism-based locations, right? And after COVID, we have taken a lot of precautions in safety, right? We have taken, we are number 1 on TripAdvisor, a lot of travel, but we have done this because we take care of our customers and we offer some of the most safest rides. So business has been growing exponentially after COVID, and we see that local tourism will continue to grow because international tourism has stopped. So there's a great opportunity to take this and take it to the consumers. Again, we have received great reviews, great feedback from our partners. We have been in the news across all travel and tourism websites, newspapers, articles, every place, right? The multiple state governments and Government of India have recognized BeLife Tours, saying you guys are the leaders in sustainable tourism, right? So here is a great opportunity for you to partner and go with BeLive and create BeLive tours across the country, right? What do we look for in a partner? He or she has to be a travel and tourism enthusiast, right? Already you might have an existing travel or tourism business or an activity business like a walking tour, like a guided experience, outdoor experience. For them, it is ideal to take on e-bike tours as another activity into their business. Should be aware of cities, culture, history, places of interest, should know the top hotels, restaurant, cafes, travel and tourism partners to tie up and get guests, and should be very hands-on and personally involved in this business. The key deliverables of the partner is obviously first is to operate and execute the e-bike tours. Right? As I said, we have done more than 10,000 tours. We have a very rich, base of knowledge, how things work, how everything happens on the ground, and we want the partner to find a location where we can set up the hub, hire the right staff, hire the people who would be running and operating the tours like captains, guides, as you may say, and then tie up with different places to get these guests and maintain these e-bikes. From BeLive side, we will provide the right e-bikes, accessories will come from our side. We will give inputs into curation, script writing, what needs to be told, marketing and promotion. Obviously, we do central marketing, national level marketing through digital, through social, and through all our partner channels, right? We will offer training, all the brand tie-ups, and obviously the tech platform to book and manage all the tours. So we invite you to partner with BeLive, the top ranked experience, top ranked activity. After COVID, outdoor activities are in high demand. So it's a great opportunity to take this franchisee and expand and scale it and leverage this business. This is a highly profitable business because you have very, very little investment in it. All you require is passion for tourism, passion for travel, and knowledge of your location, right? And it is supported by Government of Goa and multiple state governments as a very sustainable tourism initiative. These are the kind of locations that we are looking. There are multiple cities, there are big cities like a Bombay as well, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad as well, and smaller places like a Sanchi, Alibag, Rajkot, Nainital, Gulmarg, Sonmarg, those kind of places. India has a very huge tourism landscape, and this is where this fits in perfectly. And as I was mentioning, this is a very high ROI, very high revenue, with very, very low investment. We'll be sharing these financial dynamics with you, right? This is the summary. You have to invest, your investment in e-bikes is zero. That comes from BeLive. All we require is a small security deposit, which is refundable, right? So with zero investment, zero capex, and investment as low as 2.5 lakhs, you can start off this business, take this franchisee. You can earn cumulative profit of more than 26 lakhs in the years to come, and more than 500% ROI is what we are offering, right? So again, a great opportunity in the travel and tourism space. Also interested, a very unique concept, electric vehicle, electric bike tourism. That's it from our side. Thank you very much for listening patiently, and it's back to the Francorp team.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thanks for your great presentation. It's a great model, and you have already mastered and also been very, very successful in running this operation. So I'll start with a few questions, and then I'll pass it on to Sonia to take more questions from the audience. The first, I think we need to go to detail, which you mentioned on the cities. If you can bring back the slide, I think it will be good for our audience to register the cities which we are open on taking. So if you see, friends, there are cities which are major cities also, and a lot of tourist-based cities like Udaipur and likes of them. So you can really have everybody can take a snapshot of these cities because these are the locations which are open for them. Another great model which they have presented is that this is a lot of times people are coming to us, which are we call the operator franchisees, people who want to operate, but they don't want to put too much of capital. So this is one of the models which we really are presenting today, which has no capex investment. So only thing you are putting is 1.5 lakh rupees of deposit, which is refundable, and your 2.5 lakh rupees for an opportunity fee, which is 2 lakh rupees of opportunity and 50,000 extra. So your essential investment really remains in the business is 2.5 lakh rupees. Now one has to ask that how many times we can get a business opportunity which is of that cost with this kind of investment we can get. So it's a tremendous opportunity for starting a business, and it is a futuristic business in other markets like China or Asian markets. This has already been a huge success structure. So let's start with Sandeep. The first question I would have is that if anybody opens up in a particular city, what is the lead time to get to certain size, and what is the size you look at, and what kind of a fleet size you would start with every single city?
Okay, so when we're talking about the e-bike tours, the minimum fleet size is just 5. Okay, with 5 bikes also you can start off, and because tourism is such a running business, if you start up the month you start up, in a month or so, within 30 days, you can easily scale up. You can easily scale up this business, right? Uh, you, as you rightly said, there is a lot of demand for such activities in European markets, in other Southeast Asian markets. And the Indian customer now is looking for more and more experiences rather than doing the very obvious, right? And especially after COVID happening, people want things which are socially distanced, which are outdoors, which are out in the open, right? So that is what we say. And as you correctly mentioned, 5 e-bikes, and you can start off the business scale up, even 1.5 months scale up.
Very helpful. And you also have discussed with me that your relationship with a lot of hotel chains, and which are now giving you space also, and you can also help their or current the captive audience which you have in terms of
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Anything you want to add
So,
on?
yeah, we have I mean, the business model, the business concept is such that all hotels invite you to come to their property and set up the hub over there, right? So there are places where you don't have to pay anything. And there's a Taj property, for example, Jodhpur, Hari Mahal. They don't charge anything. They just said, please come and set up your hub over here. We just love the concept of exploring Jodhpur on electric bikes, right? So similarly, we have a national tie-up with Club Mahindra, although that is a very separate arrangement. But in general, when hotels find out about a concept like this, they are more welcoming for you to come and set up the business, and they start giving their own customers. You can bring in guests from outside other properties into that property, or you can take the customers who are coming and staying in that hotel, and all the resident guests are open to this.
So it's a big advantage because all the hotels would like to have you as a hub in their hotels because it adds value to their residents. But you can also use other places. So it becomes relatively your one of the big components for OPEX also goes away. You don't need to have any place. You can actually park yourself in any of the 5-star hotels, and these hotels actually welcome you, and they give you captive business also, which comes through. So, any specific
Right.
market? Well, you have given a lot of list of the markets, and it is a big list. But any markets where you think there is no brainer the market, or maybe you are also very willing to get to that market because you see a clear demand available there, and there's nobody available in that space. Any particular cities you would like to mention?
So from Okay, so these are the places where we are operating already. And when we say we are operating, it's not that a franchisee can't take up operations in these cities as well. So some of these places, like a Jaipur, is a huge place, right? So we are present there, but we welcome people to come and take franchisee for these locations as well, right? Apart from that, north of India and central India, and see, we have largely, as you can see, south and west is where we have done some growth, right? We are looking at places like Odisha, Bengal, Bihar, UP. This is a massive tourist destination. Himachal and Uttaranchal, those kind of northern places. Even we have got demand from places like Srinagar, where they're saying, in Srinagar also you must start off, right? So the canvas, as I was saying, is very, very huge. We are open, as I think some gentleman was saying, that can you have smaller cities like Dhanbad? Yes, we are open. As long as there is more tourist enough and more footfall for people to come and experience this, right? And you can see that with high footfall you can run this very, very profitably. As we say, we are charging for an experience, we are not charging for rentals, right? Hence our pricing starts at 1500. Our average selling price for the last 10,000 tours that we've done is 2000 rupees. That's the average selling price, right? And for this kind of an experience where you're showing food and culture and history, storytelling, people are more than happy to pay a price like that.
Absolutely, and it's a great experience, and 1,500 rupees not much, where you are offered a meal with that also, and you get a full
Yes.
guided tour about, and it can be done at any places where there is a certain amount of history. It can be a city tour, it can be religious tour, it can be a leisure tour, it can be also a little bit of adventure and
Nature trail,
yeah, so nature.
island trails.
So it's a
It depends on the landscape of the place. Depends on the landscape of the
it's
place.
a tremendous opportunity. India anyway has very little in offering for people for leisure. This is a tremendous opportunity which is there. So Sonia, over to you for your questions and some questions you want to take from the audience, please.
Thank you so much, Sandeepji. And I would also add that we're today at the crossroads where EV is shaping how the future of transportation would look like. And I'll also maybe recap because we are talking about two models here, and you have a combination of experiential tourism, which is one of the models which can be taken up by prospective franchisees, and the other model that we're talking about is a retail model. And we also have a separate set of location cities where this model is open. So maybe to start off with, Sandeep, I'd like to maybe pick up, we've discussed a little bit on the model of tourism. We like to understand as far as the retail model is concerned, typically the investment that you mentioned was about 15 odd lakhs, approximately 13.8 lakhs, and an area of 500
Yes.
square feet. And relatively, you would also de-risk the investor because the inventory is something which would be managed and taken care at your end. So if one, you can give maybe a broad breakup of this investment of 13.8 lakhs, and also the cities that we are looking, because I'm seeing some questions coming with respect to that model also. So 500 square feet is the area, 13.8 lakhs is the investment. Could you take maybe a minute to maybe run this through, please?
Yeah. So this is the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are looking at the rental to be somewhere around for 40,000 for 500 square feet to be somewhere around 40,000 rupees, 60 to 80 rupees per square feet rentals, right? We are looking at about 2-member staff. One can be a salesperson, one can be a maintenance or support staff, and between the two of them maybe a 10,000 or 15,000 salary, so close to under 30,000 rupees salary with some incentive if they get the desired numbers, right? Apart from that, uh, operating things like electricity, internet, etc., would be around 5 to 7,000 rupees, right? And the rest is obviously your inventory costs. And we are saying that the inventory, the average cost of these e-bikes is about 40 to 45,000 rupees, 45,000 rupees with accessories, right? We are saying at any point in time you should have between 6 to 8 units. That's it. Unlike other brands, if you go for a Hero dealership, they will say first pick up 20 20 units. We are a different model. We are a asset light model or a low inventory model, where we say that we have tie up with all the brands. We are already selling all these brands, right? And these are brands which want to have a retail presence, but with one model, it will not be successful. Hence, you have the liberty of just having 6 to 8 units of stock. And as and when you have customer interaction, these stocks are dispatched from the factory and it reaches to you, right? There can be models where you have demo units where you don't have the inventory. That is also fine. If you have the demo units and the customer really likes it, that yes, I want to buy this, then the same is shipped directly from the factory to the retail point or to the consumer, right? This we can do because there is no other competition. These brands are not available in offline space. So it is not that he says, "Arey, you don't have it, I'll go to the next store." Right? That does not happen. The person will come back to you because you have given the experience and the orders with you, the bike comes and then you assemble it and provide it to the end consumer. Right? So about 6 to 8 units of inventory, which comes up to about 8 into 40,000 plus some accessories, comes up to about 4.5 lakhs, so under 5 lakhs, right? And the rest of it is you have to start up with certain demo units. So we recommend having certain 6 demo units with you. And these demo units, trust me, are the most important factor. The more demo units, more sale happens over there, right? These demo units can be used in places like colleges, in corporate parks, in different institutions, even in places like co-working stations, co-working offices, right? All the residents associations, societies. You can have these small, road shows, and that will get you more and more customers. So when you accumulate all these with a small franchisee fees of about 3 lakhs, right? This is what it comes up to. It comes up to about 13.8 lakhs total investment.
Right. Sandeep, when we talk about now the margins, because you're talking about an average price of 45,000 per bike, and hence we have derived at an inventory cost. Now, are these billed at a full cost to the franchisee? What are the margins overall on these bikes which are passed on to a franchisee, both on the accessories and the bikes?
So typically, the margins vary between 10 to 12%, right? And for the e-bikes and for the accessories, it has high as 40%, right? So for the franchisee owner, it's very simple. These models are not available in the offline space. You will be the first one in your city to offer these, except for Hero, right? Rest of the models that electric cycle, electric scooters are not really present. You will be among the first person to have these models, to give an experience to the consumer, and you can actually charge a premium as well, right? We don't go down the discounting route, we go down the experience route. The more experience you provide, the higher you can charge the consumer, right? So obviously there's a backend which is about 10 to 12%, and you can extend the front end as well by charging a slight premium, because these models are not offensive. And obviously the accessory that is 40% margin, right? With every unit that is sold, say a 40,000 average cost, about 4 to 5,000 rupees accessory is also sold along with it. In case normally these vehicles do not have any technical issues because there are very few mechanical parts of the vehicles. In case say battery runs out, they will come to you to buy the battery again. That again has a 40% margin, right? So you can have a larger consumer lifetime value that you can derive from the consumers.
Ji, my other question was, because you talked about 40,000, so how are we billing the franchisee? Is that billing done on the full price to the franchisee, or are that 12% margin is passed on?
Yeah, so it will be minus the margin, right? So it will be built on 40%, but minus the 12% margin that is passed on to the franchisee. So the franchisee actually earns by getting the product at a lower cost from us. That is how the billing is done.
Okay. And you also talked about, you have also some leading brands like Hero. So do you also have a private label and other brands as 6 models inventory and display units which are required? So what is the mix of the brands outside your private label?
We have close to 10 brands. Okay. All our brands which are made in India, India produced, all these brands are in a growing stage right now. So they largely sell online, right? You talk about Rome, you talk about Copernicus, you talk about eMotorrad, you talk about say Lightspeed, right? So these brands, they are all national brands, but they only sell online. And when you create the offline experience point, then you will have no competition. Right? That's why I was saying that what I'm telling you is the back-end margin. You can also enhance the margin structure by charging them a slight higher premium, right? Because there is very little competition that is there.
Right. Okay, Sandeepji, another question which I would have is on the inventory, because we have an inventory of 6 models which needs to be kept. So, and that is display inventory, which we're talking about. And how does a franchisee also liquidate this inventory end of the day?
So the display units, okay, after say a certain period of time, for example, 2 years or so, right? Because unlike other categories, they don't become out of date, right? The same models are continued for a longer period of time. So these products, after they have lived out their life, can be sold off at a discounted price back to the consumers, right? So there is a lot of demand for used or refurbished or second-hand electric cycles, electric scooters as well. So from these demo bikes, you can extract a 50% cost by selling them even after 1.5 years by refurbishing, and that is somewhere that BeLive will support you. They'll help you in refurbishing or replenishing any stocks or any parts of the bike that need repair or fixing. And we will only help you in posting them as demo bikes for clearance sale. We can sell off these demo bikes as well.
All right. And my other question was also on, because we have been talking about online and offline. You mentioned there's no offline presence of these brands, and the franchisee would get maybe the first mover advantage when he goes and opens maybe a retail store. So I have 2 questions. If there's for example, online demand which is created, and a lot of online demand would also be created because of a physical store presence. Somebody has seen and he might, find that brand online. Will that advantage or benefit go to a franchisee if any such online demand is created? Would that be also fulfilled from the franchisees? My one question. And the other is on the pricing. How do we maintain the pricing between online and offline?
Okay. So at this point in time, first I'll answer your first question. The benefit of all kinds of online marketing will go to the retailer, will go to the franchisee. So for example, if you are in Jabalpur and we create a campaign asking people that, hey, listen, these are the e-bikes, would you like to buy? And say 100 people, 200 people on a daily basis are signing up. They're saying, yes, I want a demo in my house. I want to buy this. All these leads are then passed on to the franchisee, right? So now look at the width, right? With using our brand and our marketing muscle, We on a day get not just hundreds, sometimes close to thousands of people across India who are interested in buying these e-bikes. Now, the whole idea behind having our franchisee partner set up store is you can be the ambassador of BeLive EVs, and you can go across, pitch this, showcase this to the consumer, or ask the consumer to come to your store where you can give even a much better experience, right? But to give you a straightforward answer, all digital marketing leads and the benefit of all digital marketing would be passed on to the franchisee brand. And the franchisee would be highlighted, their name, their contact details, their store location would be highlighted in all kinds of advertising.
Sure. And
So that
Sandeep
was the first question.
right.
Yes.
One was this absolutely, and the other was on the pricing, because mostly we have seen there's different pricing that we see online and offline on products. And since these are also multi-brands,
Right, right. So we are very sensitive about the pricing, right? We are going to have one consistent pricing for online and offline, right? It is going to be the same. And since these brands who are going to sell in these stores have a strategic tie-up with us, we control the price, right? In case there is an offer for any brand, for example, there is Diwali coming up, and the brand wants to offer free accessories worth 3,000 rupees. The same offer gets passed on to the franchisee or the offline partner as well, right? So there is price consistency, there is no breakage in the price, and in fact, people want to have a higher price. There is no cannibalization that online is eating into offline, offline is eating into online. The market is so big that there is so much demand, and there are so few players actually offering this, that this is the time to actually make more margins rather than cut down and offer discounts, etc.
right? And Sandeep, how about maybe shop and shop model? Is that also a possibility with a franchisee if somebody's already running a bike store and they already have a captive audience which is coming to them and they don't have this category with them? So do you also see a possibility of a shop and shop, provided obviously it is in the rollout and locations are prime?
We are in fact developing a shop and shop model as well. But a couple of things we are very specific and we are very particular about. One is the brand, right? We don't want a brand to get diluted or to be degraded in any way, right? So even if it's a shop and shop model, we need clear space. We need a clear consumer journey within that shop and shop model also, so that the person knows, yes, this was the traditional cycle store, but here is an electric cycle zone, right? Where I'm getting a very smart sales guy who knows about electric vehicles, who's well trained. There is bikes kept and displayed in a very nice, systematic, pleasing to the eye, good demos offered, right? So shop and shop model, yes, we are open to that, keeping in mind the space available and the kind of experience that we can provide to the end consumer.
All right, very helpful. And the other question which I maybe want to also pick, because you're already in the online space and you've been doing that for quite some time, where are you seeing currently the biggest demand coming from? Which are the cities where you see a biggest demand coming, which currently you're fulfilling online, and the opportunity can also be understood by a prospective franchisee which comes from these locations.
So actually the demand is coming across India. It is coming from even smaller towns based out of northeast states. Okay, it is coming from the smallest of locations, smallest of towns in Kerala, and it is coming from big places like Bombay, Bangalore, right? So it is a very big opportunity we feel, and the sooner we start off, the better. In the last few months, we have sold to customers from across 28 locations, and that number is growing every single day, right? We are largely an online platform right now, so we get queries And just to tell you, in the last 4 months, we reached out to more than 17 lakh people across India through our social and digital marketing, right? We are having more than 7 to 8,000 people who are visiting our store regularly, right? That is the kind of traction. And just imagine when this is coupled with on-ground offline stores, and all these leads get bifurcated and directed to the store. And in the store, unlike the traditional brands, you offer choice of all brands, all models, folding bikes, city bike, adventure bikes, all electric. Then, I mean, I'm sure this is bound to be a big success.
Sure. Very helpful. Sandeepji, I'll also take one question as far as the other model is concerned, the tourism model. How are we actually segregating the territories? Because they're very specific hubs. You know, even if we talk about Rajasthan, they're very specific hubs which are tourist hubs. So if
Right.
we, finalize a franchisee, would he take care of the entire city? Are we talking about a city model, or we would divide the business amongst maybe 2 or 3 partners? How is that radius defined or territory defined for a franchisee? The opportunity can be big for bigger cities, but considering the tourist hubs are very limited, and most of the businesses would fall in these tourist hub. So, what is the potential and maybe the territory for a franchisee which he can work in?
So I would answer the question by saying that in India there are more than 280 tourist hubs, tourist locations in India, and this is issued by Ministry of Tourism, right? So the opportunity, as you rightly said, is pretty big, is huge, in fact, and for a unique experience like e-bike tours, the opportunity is endless. Second thing to answer your question is when we have any location, we bifurcate it into A, B, and C, right? B and C locations are the smaller locations. C is the smallest of location, which is, which will be given to one partner only. B and C categories, right, are locations where, for example, a Humpy comes under C location, okay, where you have the size of the city is limited, right? There is footfall. Then you have B class, right, which is like Udaipur, right? There you have regular tourist flow, good opportunity of growth, and then you have A class like a Jaipur, like a Goa, okay. In this A class cities, we are ready to offer it to multi. At the end of the day, we want the franchisee partner to have a sizable market with him so he can expand and grow, right? The footfall is continuous, and there are most places in India becoming a 365-day tourist destination, except for some weather, temperature or heat, etc., or monsoons or winter becomes extreme. But Indians are now traveling a lot more than they used to, and they're looking for these kind of experiences. So A class, we are open to have multiple partners in one city. I give you an example of Jaipur, say Cochin, right? Even Delhi, right? Bombay. The smaller one like B, you can have one or two, but C, you will definitely have just one,
Okay,
right? That is how we are giving out.
sure. And I'll also take, I'm covering and seeing questions which are coming in. I'll take one question from Mr. Vimal V. He says, what is the average charging time for a bike from a AC socket? And is there a separate socket option to charge?
It is as simple as charging your laptop, right? In your regular 220 volt, electric plug point, you charge it in. There's a small charger which actually looks like a laptop charger, and just plug it in. For one full charge, it consumes just 1 unit, which is typically about 5 rupees. And that charging period is about 2 to 3 hours. In 3 hours, you will get a fully charged electric bike, right? And that lasts for about 50 odd kilometers, right? So if you are doing one tour, which is curated for about 10 kilometers, you can do 5 tours before the charge runs out, right? So normally we charge the bike say twice or thrice in a week, and it just consumes 1 unit per charge.
Great. Great, Sandeep ji. I'll also, because a lot of people, we talked about two models here, and what I would request is, and also all the participants who have come, if you're keen on any of the two models, do mention, and you also have an option to club both these models together, and you can become maybe a partner with both these models if you see an opportunity in your cities. And we like to maybe fix up a date.
I would just add one thing over there,
Hanji.
that these two are very, very different businesses. One is the out and out retail. The second is a very passion-driven, tourism business. So unless you are such a superhuman who has both these characteristics, which we would welcome, I would say you should opt for one or the other. It'll be very difficult to manage both these at the same time.
Right. That's an important point you made. While it looks like the same company, but the mode of operations, time involvement, the skills, the expertise, and maybe the hubs and the locations might be very unique or very different.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Gee, what we can do is we can fix sometime in the coming week where we can pick up maybe interest from the interested prospects. And I would also like to recap because a lot of people are asking, which model. And so, friends, I'll just recap. So BeLive is a very credible brand. They started 2 years back, and they've also raised some rounds of funding last 2 years in network in Mumbai Angels. And they've used this develop technology infrastructure. They've used this to expand their markets, and they also have enhanced customer experience, building alliances and partnership with finance companies and other stakeholders, which have helped them boost the business and overall brand equity. And they have a very unique combination of EV technology with experiential tourism and retail model. So we have two models here. One is EV tourism model, and the other is a retail model. So EV tourism model is guided tours on electric bikes, which is very experiential, where curated tours which are made by the tour operators, and the ideal profile of people can be something to this business. And the other is a retail model. They have currently been online so far, and they want to become an omni-channel player, and they want to have presence offline at the locations which are mentioned, giving experiential solutions to customers who come in. It's a low inventory model where you do not have to have inventory. Any booking which is done is supplied directly by the company. You need demo and display bikes at the outlet, which you would run. So this is brief about it, and we would also maybe send you a presentation on the business model, which you can go through. And maybe in the next week, we'll take maybe about a week or 10 days time, Sandeep ji, if we can fix up with you a time where we bring in the prospective investors for both these models independently to you. Any date that you think looks feasible, which you think we can announce?
I leave it to you. You would know best how much time it normally takes for people to come back and assess, etc. So that I'm open.
So do you think sometime in the first week of February, I'm assuming if maybe today is 25th, if by 5th of February, we'll take maybe the next 7 to 8 days time at our end to filter the prospects.
Sounds good. Sounds good. On the other side, our retail designs, how the store will look, all those things are getting done. So perhaps very soon, for all those people who are joining us in this great journey, we'll be able to share what a beautiful store we are creating, what a beautiful experience we are creating. So yeah, I mean, 10 days is a good time.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sandeep. And before we close, I would request maybe a last message from you to the audience which is listening live and on the Facebook today.
Right. So my message would be, 15 years back, there was a boom in the market driven by smartphones, mobile phones, right? Many people became franchisee owners, retailers, and have made crores, and they changed the fortunes forever. This EV opportunity is of that scale. In fact, it might even exceed that. It's a huge opportunity. Be a first mover, be the first one to get into this market. It is growing in 3 digits, it's growing over 100% year on year. You look at Ola. Ola is setting up the biggest two-wheeler electric vehicles factory in the world in India, right? India is the biggest two-wheeler market in the world, and it is switching to electric. So I don't have to tell you, you're all a smart businessman, and you would know when a big opportunity like this presents, and become a multi-branded dealer so that more consumers can come, more choice you can offer, great brands you can give, right? And definitely this is a recipe for success. So I would leave you with that message.
Absolutely, well said. I think this is no doubt that EV is a huge opportunity for India, and that's why Franchise India is also extremely focused. You are a great company, and we look forward for bringing in very qualified investors for the next round of discussion one-on-one with you.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everyone who's there on the call.
Thank you very much. Sandeep.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. Over to you, Archana.
So thank you so much, Sandeep, and the entire team of VLive for joining in today. We would like to thank Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. Our dear participants, thank you so much for joining in. You can connect with us at our business hotline number, which is 97176838838. Please book your slot to have one-to-one interaction with Sandeep and his team during our discovery day. You can also share your suggestions, feedback at the same business hotline number. Do connect with us. Get in touch with us at our different social handles, information on your screen. You can visit us, join us at the Facebook page of Franchise India Brands Limited to see all the previously done webinars, different brands representation under video section. You can also connect and write to management team of Franchise India at their respective LinkedIn IDs, information on your screen. And tomorrow we are inviting you to join the journey of Bittu Tikki Wala. Yes, that's the brand Franchise India team is bringing you for tomorrow's webinar under business opportunity over webinar series. So please do registration at the same business hotline number so that you get a confirmation mail from our site, and sharp 12 p.m. you can join this journey for the same. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.